Hey y'all. I know I look crazy right now, but when I tell you what just happened to me, you'll understand why. Well, earlier today, I was at Kroger, where I live. Well, I was on the other side of town, but in the same county and everything where I live. And normally when I go in there, I'm in there so much. People already, like a lot of them, they know me. So, I go in there and at first everything's good. Everybody's waving to me, talking to me, things like that, speaking to me, asking me how I've been, things like that. So go on about my shopping, not really thinking anything of anything because that always happens. So I continued with my shopping. I finished my shopping and, had no problem with that part. But as I am in line, I proceed to ask the cashier if she knows where the Kool-Aid packets are because I was going to make a dessert tonight, but that's neither here nor there. And so she told me where she thought they might be. And she told me that if I needed her help to let her know to look for them. But I didn't bother after this whole incident because as I am leaving the aisle where the Kool-Aid packets were supposed to be, but they were not. I take a loop around the one of the self checkouts to go out the door because I had already been checked out in another line when I asked the lady where the Kool-Aid packets were. So I didn't think, me leaving the store would be an issue. Well, turns out I must have been wrong or something must just not be, luck must not be on my side today because this young lady, and yes, I am going to say her name. Her name is Chantel. She works at the Kroger on Zebulon Road. If anybody knows where I live, y'all know where that is. But I filed a complaint with corporate. They took the report. I have a case number, but the reason I'm making this video is because I want someone or anyone who can help me find a discrimination lawyer to help me do so. So I can file a lawsuit on her, if not her, just Kroger in general. Because that was very embarrassing for me. I never went through anything like that. So I'm just looking for anybody that can help me find a discrimination lawyer in my area because that was very embarrassing. She asked to see my receipt as I was leaving the store. A man was coming in as I was leaving, and he, kind of blocked me from leaving, and then he pointed behind him gesturing, and I didn't hear him because I had my earbuds in. So I took my earbud out, and he told me that somebody was behind me. They were trying to get my attention. So I turn around, and it's the girl Chantel standing there, and she asks, "Do you have your receipt?" I said, "Yeah, but why?" And when I said yeah, I said it in a tone as of like, "Why you want to know?" So she was like, "I need to see your receipt." So I hesitated for a second, and I'm like, "Okay, let me just give her my receipt because I don't want to be seen as the angry black woman." Because people already think when they see me or they meet me, just in person or something, that either I am automatically pissed off about something or something went wrong or what have you. And that's not the case, but I didn't want to pull my phone out and record the incident because I didn't want to be seen as, like I said, the angry black woman and, get banned or kicked out of the store. So I went and got the number, to corporate. I called corporate and I spoke to the store manager as well. Because I'm surprised the little witch didn't try to take all my stuff out of my reusable grocery bags because that's what I use when I go shopping. I use reusable grocery bags and I can hang them on the back of my wheelchair so that I can have easy access to them when I need them, and I can put them back when they, once I get done filling that one up, I can move on to the next one. But I'm surprised she didn't try to take all of my groceries out to make sure everything that was on my receipt was actually in my bag. And to top it off and make matters worse, as she's checking my receipt, like 3 or 4 more other people walked out, and she didn't say anything to them but have a nice day. She didn't ask to see their receipts. She didn't ask anything. But I made sure before she totally left my earshot, I said so unnecessary, just like that. And I hope she heard me. But if anybody can see this video, I want her job, or I want her to lose her job, because she should know better than to accuse somebody of stealing. And especially, I'm in a wheelchair and I'm 4'11". I ain't gonna get that far. I am in a power wheelchair, yes, but I would not get that far if somebody tried to catch me if I was stealing. So that would be stupid on my part, number one. And number two, I am not that kind of person. I have never stolen anything, and I never will. If I don't have the funds to get it, I just don't get it. It's just that simple. And so I feel like I was targeted. And so that's why I want a discrimination lawyer, because first of all, I don't want this to happen to anybody else, to go through this type of embarrassment that I went through today. And if I can't file a lawsuit, I at least want her to lose her job, because she doesn't need to be working there if she's gonna do things like that. Because I've never had anything like that happen to me anywhere before, and it really kind of made me like upset and hurt my feelings that somebody would accuse me of stealing. And so when I talked to her store manager, I told her store manager, if you look at the security footage, you can see exactly what happened and how it happened. And she was like, okay, I'll look at it. So she did. Well, I don't know if she did yet, but I'm pretty sure by the time she gets that complaint from corporate, she gonna look at it and see what happened. But yeah, I just like, if somebody can help me find a discrimination lawyer that will take my case, that would be great. But if not, if y'all can just make this video go viral, get it to every social media site that you can, so that the word can get out there. And if it gets to TikTok, hopefully TikTok can do what TikTok does and help me with this situation. But I just wanted to come and share my story so others could be warned about this. And believe it or not, I've seen videos like this all over the internet time and time and time again. I never, ever thought this would happen to me, and it did. And like, I feel really upset about it, because of the simple fact of the matter is, like I said, I've never stolen anything in my life, and I never will. If I don't have the money to get it, I just won't get it. I've always been that way, and I'm going to continue to be that way. And so therefore, that's why I said, at least if I can't, file a lawsuit and win that lawsuit, I at least want her to lose her job, because she needs to be taught a lesson, because that's not right. And I feel targeted to the point where I don't even want to go back to that specific Kroger anymore, because I feel like if she's there, she's going to be checking my receipt every time. And I don't know what the purpose of that was, but to make matters worse, when she looked in my bag, she could see that I bought a mop head for my mop anyway. And she could see that there was a bag inside of my reusable bags, and it was tied up. Now, if I'm going to steal something, how the hell am I going to get a plastic bag to put inside of my reusable bag and tie it up? I'm just saying, And so it made me feel like I should not even go back to that specific Kroger, because I will be targeted again by her. I don't know if she has something against me, because I never met the girl. To be honest, she kind of reminded me of Baby D off of Next Friday, because she looked like she know when all the new snack cakes come out with all the glitter and stuff. And she looked like that. And before anybody asks, and that's what made it so much worse. So I just want her to, be taught some kind of a lesson. So if possible, I would like to find a discrimination lawyer that'll take my case and file a lawsuit against her. But if not her, then Kroger. because that's just not right, and I don't want anybody else to have to go through this. So if y'all can help me, guys, that would be so great, and I thank you so much in advance for anything that y'all can do. And hopefully, I'll see you on another post or another video or what have you.